Investigators with the department's Wage and Hour divisions found that S&A Industries paid the affected workers straight time rates for all hours worked and used a series of illegal payment arrangements to avoid paying overtime wages.
Let's go ahead and take a look at what bosses were doing last week in the South. You know, every day on the local news, you're going to see a mugshot of somebody that, you know, stole something from a grocery store, whatever. But you never see all the laws that the bosses are breaking. So we try to provide a balance. And so let's start off in West Virginia, where coal cretins are crying poor. Coal industry bosses owe more than $16 million in unpaid federal mine safety fines as of the end of July 2023. Unpaid mine safety fines are the equivalent of a rude gesture from mine operators to Congress and the Mine Safety and Health Administration, said the United Mine Workers spokesman Aaron Bates in an email. She continued, it leads to a lack of accountability and compromises the safety of miners. In particular, mines controlled by West Virginia Governor Jim Justice and his 2 adult children owed $3.09 million in delinquent federal mine safety fines as of July, according to data uncovered by a Gazette Mail Freedom of Information request. The Justice's mine safety debt comprised nearly a fifth of the debt nationwide, according to the Mine Safety and Health Administration. Just wild stuff that these people can get away with. In Hawaii, a Georgia-based prime contractor schemed to deny payment of overtime wages to 110 construction workers from 12 states employed on several hotel renovation projects in Honolulu between 2019 and 2022. The U.S. Department of Labor has recovered $700,000 in back wages and damages for these 110 workers. Investigators with the department's Wage and Hour divisions found that S&A Industries of Sewanee, Georgia, paid the affected workers straight time rates for all hours worked and used a series of illegal payment arrangements to avoid paying overtime wages for hours over 40 in a work week. The workers were employed by 7 subcontractors to complete various renovation projects at Hilton and Marriott resorts. In addition to the back wages and an equal amount in liquidated damages, the department assessed S&A Industries with $40,000 in civil money penalties for its repeated and willful FLSA violations. Wages and damages recovered ranged from $1,000 to $28,000 per worker. In Missouri, on March 27th of 2023, an 18-year-old employee of a Missouri contractor was applying sealant to a commercial building's roof when he fell more than 22 feet and suffered serious injuries that left him in a coma for 5 days before he died. After the tragic fall, the employer, Troyer Constructors LLP, offered a foreman and allowed a foreman and another worker to continue working without fall protection until they finished their shift. The same day. So this guy falls eventually to his death, and the employer's like, no, keep working and no fall protection. Insane. In addition, inspectors with the U.S. Department of Labor's Occupational Safety and Health Administration learned that the Jamesport employer in Missouri had fall protection available, but allowed employees to decide if they wanted to use it. OSHA investigators determined that, in addition to not ensuring employees used fall protection, the contractor failed to train them on how to use it. Investigators also found that Troyer Roofing did not train employees on proper forklift operations, failed to provide workers with face and eye protection, and did not have a written hazard communication program for sealants and other chemicals that the employer used. Penalties proposed are $205,000. The company has 15 business days from receipt of the citations to comply, request an informal conference, or contest the findings. We had several dishonorable mentions, including 2 from Alabama, where Security Engineers Incorporated, a Birmingham, Alabama-based company specializing in contract security services, which operates in at least 14 states, violated federal labor law when it denied female applicants employment and job assignments because of their sex, the EEOC charged in a lawsuit. Delaware-based TCI of Alabama LLC, which is a recycler of large items such as transformers, violated federal law by firing an employee for participating in an internal investigation of alleged sex discrimination, the U.S. Employment Opportunity Commission charged in a lawsuit. 2 weeks after federal workplace safety investigators warned the operator of a Tamuning construction company of hazard conditions facing employees working in an excavation, they returned They returned to find the company again exposing workers to potentially deadly trench hazards as they installed a sewer line at the Paradise Court subdivision in Mangalau. The DOL proposes $73,000 in penalties. There's a couple others, but you're going to have to go to tvlr.fm/contact and sign up for our newsletter to find those. One more announcement in Boss Watch. There is help wanted to stop bosses in Mississippi, where the U.S. Department of Labor investigators are seeking to interview employees at a Hattiesburg poultry plant as they continue their probe into the death of a 16-year-old worker in July of 2023. The Department's Occupational Safety and Health Administration and Wage and Hour Division have opened workplace safety and child labor investigations at the Marjack Poultry, Mississippi plant. To aid the investigation, OSHA obtained a warrant from the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Mississippi to secure access to the Marjack facility and investigate safety hazards related to the incident. The warrant allowed federal officials to question any employer, operator, agent, or employee privately and to review records related to the operation and maintenance of the equipment involved in the incident. Employees at the Marjack Poultry plant in Hattiesburg are asked to contact OSHA at 855-321-6742 or the Jackson area office at 601-965-4606.
You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.